Welcome back, guys, on my YouTube channel. Today I'm company of KTM Exc 2025 model that we will convert into rally. Some parts are already on, like the front fuel tank, but today I'll bring you through step by step into the installation of the new carbon tower. On the channel you will have already seen the tutorial on the Husqvarna FE 2025. The bike and the kit is basically the same, but I want to do this installation tutorial with a different point of view, so I'll put my phone here on my Telescene neck brace and we'll do everything with a POV. Now, time to get started and completely transform this bike. Okay, we're ready to start. First thing that will come off is the headlight. We have these two bolts here on the top, already loosened them. Remove and disconnect the headlight connector. Once you remove this, we'll have to take off all the connectors here, take off the zip ties so that everything is loose, as also this bracket will come off, and then you'll need to move the dashboard on the tower. Once you remove everything and all the cables are loose, my advice is that you plug in the extension for the dashboard. When you insert it, you have to feel it do a click, and then here is the headlight connector. Now, on all the new enduro bikes, due to homologations, they have inside here a plastic thing for the fumes, for the gases. It's something you don't need, and we generally always remove it on all our bikes. Here, to remove it, you need to take down quite a bit the exhaust and so on. So I'll show you the quick way, which is we're gonna remove these two bolts, and then we'll drill the plastic a larger hole so that we can put the bolt through. The best way to do this is, since we're gonna plug in the power cable, I'll remove the seat, and then I will also remove the tanks, just so I have an easy access to drill straight the hole. We'll just drill the hole in the plastic, not in the frame. Now, first thing is the power cable. A lot of people say, I don't have that connector under the seat, but it's under this black cap. Here you go. Now we'll plug in the power cable. Here's your power cable. Got the connector out, and we will plug it in. The very cool thing of this system is that you have power only when the bike is turned on. So when it turns off, it will remove the power, so that any device you leave on, you won't have to worry about your battery going dead. Here you have different ways to place it. Usually I prefer to place it under here and make it go around this way, and then I'll make it go under here and just follow the OEM routing all the way to the front. We can remove clearly this hose, get an 8mm and start unbolting this. Now you'll go on the other side, do the same thing, and then we drill 8mm hole through here. To do a proper job, also remove this radiator guard plastic. With a screwdriver, you'll want to remove these plastic caps. At this point, get your CNC frame clamp, and you'll want to get also this part. Remove the bolt, go through, bolt it, no need to tighten, it can be here by hand. Go, insert it, and then get your M8x85 and also bring this through all the way to the other side, and then we'll get the other frame clamp bracket and put them together. Go on the other side of the bike and insert the other CNC machined clamp. Here on the side, you see back here is the other CNC machine part, so bring it all the way back, and then we'll insert the other bolt through without tightening it, and here we'll have the other bolt coming through, and then we'll put these front two bolts. Down here you'll put the nut. This slot is made so that you won't need to have any key and everything is nice and flush. At this point, you won't have tightened anything here on the side, neither of these two. There should be enough play for you to move around. You get the M5 by 25 bolts, get them through, start tightening, put them both, and then these will be the ones we'll first tighten completely, and then you'll be tightening these two. On this side, you'll see also that the frame number is nice and visible. Now that the frame clamp is on and tight, you can put everything back together. So the radiator guard, the fuel tank with the shrouds, once you run the power cable all the way to the front. Now it's time to put the tower on. You'll slide it in and put the two bolts and nuts with the washers. But first, we'll run the cables through the middle of the tower, because here we have the headlight, the fuse box cable and so on, so we'll need to bring these all the way here. I run through the wires so they're ready then to plug in the lights and the fuse box and so on. Just a quick pro tip: once you put the wires, check left and right that the cables are not getting pulled too much. Quick pro tip: once you run all the wires through, put the CNC machined clamp here on the triple clamps, and then twist the bars left and right and check that nothing is pinching or no cable is getting pulled. Then you're ready to run the bolts through. The torque value of the tower bolts on the clamp is exactly the same as the factory rally replica. Now I don't remember it by heart, but that's the torque wrench to tighten everything. Now time to put the dashboard on this bracket, and if you also have the USB ports optional, you'll put the USB ports here until you hear it click. That's in position. Put the two rubber grommets in the holes. Based on which bike and year model, then you'll have to wire the USB ports either to the fuse box or to the on-off switch. In this case, we'll run it to the fuse box. Remove the screws from here before putting the OEM bolts. Put this M8 washer in between and then put the bolt and tighten. Now that everything is ready, unless you're using the on-off switch, you can plug in the dashboard back again. Then if you have the USB, you'll wire these, and then you can put everything in and put the two M6 bolts. Now, this bracket is not necessary. Some people decide not to put it, but this is the Uritrack and tool bag compartment bracket. So at this point, you can mount it. It goes mounted here. You might need to pull it a bit because these rubber grommets, you know, have some play, and you put the supplied bolts. Now, time to move on to installing the fuse box. You'll get these M5 by 30 bolts, insert them from the back, get these two plastic spacers, push them all the way in, and then get your M5 nut. Don't tighten these too much, just enough for it to be secured, and then we'll place this bracket on the tower. At this point, before installing the bracket, get your positive wire, the red wire, put it onto the fuse box, put the washer and the nut, then secure everything, tighten this, and then we'll be ready to put the fuse box. Keep in hand the black wire, the ground, and of all the devices. I already wired everything, so before moving on to here, my suggestion is wire all the devices. Here I put a T-splitter because I have a wire going to the trip master, one going to the switch, and one going to the fuse box. So first do all your wiring and connectors, then do this, and we're ready to place it. And we'll put down here the bolts on the other side not. Okay, the bracket is installed, and then here we will mount all the grounds all together. I'll show you once it's finished. For convenience, I put the bolt from this side, the M6x14, and the nut on the outside for two reasons, because here inside I don't want any sharp edges, so it makes it easier for the cables to slide, and also with the key it's easier to mount. Before I forget, I didn't show you these nipples. Generally I place them with 1 or 2 washers, because if you don't have the Tripmaster bracket, there is different thickness, so if you go with the carbon or you go with the aluminum, so keep in mind this, use 1 or 2 washers. These don't tighten too much, just gently tighten it, because it's aluminum, so this is only then to put the windshield on. Now once this is installed, we get all the grounds and we're gonna put them with the M5x16 bolt, all bolted together. Once you have connected the power and all the grounds and kept any wire going to the devices out, you'll put everything in. Before, don't forget to put the fuses in based on which device you're gonna put. In this case, I'm gonna put 5 amps fuses in here. Now it's time to get your headlight assembly, independent from which version lights you chose. This is the Baja design, and then there's the street legal, and then the TÜV approved. Put the spacers inside, and then we are ready to mount this together with the windshield brackets, but first connect everything and slide it in. Once all is in position, we will go and put the brackets for the windshield. Once you place the headlight mask and these brackets, leave them slightly loose, because we'll tighten them once we put the windshield on. For the windshield, you'll get these rubbers. They go from behind when you install them, where you have the bigger lip goes first, and then basically you just push. Also put the Disus clips on here. You'll just need to press, push, and so it goes. If you don't go with the Tripmaster bracket, put 2 washers behind the nipples. Once you found the position and locked in the windshield, then you can tighten the windshield bracket. It has a slot so that you can adjust it, and especially in case of crash, it will absorb part of the impact. Once you have everything wired, go and connect your device. In this case, we are putting a Garmin tread, and then you're ready to fix the bracket on and finish your build. You have a lot of adjustment, big tilt angle, and then you're done, and I'll show you the finished result. Now we basically finished. Put the upper pins. I advise you to put some grease on here. Put the Disus quick release, and the bike is ready to roll. Well guys, that's all for this tutorial. It's been a bit long, but I wanted to show you every step. Now let me know down in the comments below what you think about this build. I'll do a separate video where I'll tell you everything that I installed on this very special KTM Exc. But remember to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram in order to see all this live content of when I'm doing bike builds. As always, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!